Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've filmed. I've been uploading regularly, but those were like videos I filmed in New York and like some fun fall stuff, and I haven't done like an update or just like talk to you guys in like a really long time. I feel like, I don't know, I used to do story times more. And, like, I have a whole bunch of ideas of story times that I want to do, but I don't want to upload, like, an hour-long video, because I feel like once I start talking, I just, like, go on, like, random, like, tangents and just, like, talk about, like, not even what I wanted to talk about. So, hopefully this isn't super long, but today I wanted to tell you guys about my new job. So, as some of you may or may not know, I went to culinary school back on Long Island, and that's a whole other video I want to do, just like about my experience in culinary school. But I went to culinary school, surprise, for some of you that didn't know, and I finally got a job in my field. Now, I have had a couple jobs in my field when I first graduated from culinary school back in 2017. My first two jobs out of college were both at bakeries. Unfortunately, neither of them lasted long for unfortunate circumstances that I'm not going to get into right now. And then after that, I was still trying to work at other bakeries, applying to other bakeries. And it was just really hard to get in. A lot of them wanted like so many years of experience, and I was still trying to build on my experience because I had just graduated college. So it was just really hard to get a job. Like, I had got like interviews here and there, but like landing an actual job was really hard. So from I think like 2018 to pretty much now 2021, the year we are currently in, I have been working in daycares just because I've always really enjoyed working with kids. I went to a summer camp, and then I was like a counselor in training for a couple of years and just got to like hang out with like kids all day. I really loved like kids, babies, you know, just like working with them. And when it was time to go to college, it was either I was gonna go for teaching or I was gonna go to become a pastry chef. And school just like wasn't for me. So obviously, like, being a teacher, at least in New York, like, you pretty much have to get a master's, and at the time I was living in New York, obviously Long Island, so I was like, yeah, I don't want to do like all that school. And culinary school was just like a 2-year like associate's degree. So I did that, went to like the local community college, which was Suffolk County Community College. And they had a really great baking and pastry arts program that I was able to attend. So that was really cool. Once again, I do want to like make a video all about that, because that was just like a whole journey, as college is. So did that, and yeah, been in daycares for like the past 3 years, going on 4, honestly, but not anymore, because now I got a job at one of the, I guess, more known bakeries out here. So obviously I just moved here like a little over a year ago, so I visited a bunch like over the past 10 years of like being with Joey, but obviously I haven't lived out here. So I've known about this bakery. It is called O&H Danish Bakery. I remember like everyone telling me like you should get a job there, you should apply, and all this other stuff. And when we moved out here, I was at a daycare because that's where I was able to get a job. But I would always see positions for like O&H and I would always apply, and I just never got like a call or like email back. So I was like, you know, that kind of sucks. But I was applying probably like a month ago, and I saw like 2 positions for O&H, so I applied for both, and one of them was like, we're not interested, but the other one I got like a call back for. Now they have like 5 different locations, so, you know, 5 different like HR departments and all that, or maybe not, I don't know, but one of them called back and they were interested. So I had a phone interview, and then I think I was then I went in for an interview with the bakery manager, and, well, like cake department manager, I guess, and she pretty much like offered me the job like during the interview, so that was really awesome. But she was like, you know, wait for like an official like offer letter, like you'll get an email Monday. So that all happened, and basically, so I got the offer letter and put in my 2 weeks at the job I was at, and I started pretty much 1 week ago. So today's Monday, so the production is closed on Sunday, and then I asked if my other day off could be Monday, so I don't know if it's always going to be on Monday, but it is for this week. And actually like the rest of the month, because the manager put up the schedule like through like to Christmas Day. So I have off Mondays for like the next month, which is really cool because I wanted to have like 2 consecutive days, so I got Sundays and Mondays. So I started 1 week ago was my orientation from 1 to 4, and then my schedule is actually 5 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. So it's in like this big warehouse, and they're pretty much open like all the time. Like they have like first shift, second shift, and third shift, and then in the front is like the actual store that I think is open from like 7 a.m. to like 6 p.m., something like that. And then on Sundays they are open, I think, from like 7 to 2, but the actual production line, like where I work, is closed. So I started as a cake builder. That is my current title, and pretty much I just like build cakes. So they're pretty much like already sliced, so I just like, if there's a filling, I fill them, or if they are like short on like one side, I use like other pieces of cakes to like level them out. So pretty much that's what I do right now. I might be able to become an icer in a few months, I guess, like depending on like how I do. Both the other girls that I've spoken to that are builders, one of them's been there for a year and the other one's been there for like 4 months, and they both said after 3 months they were like offered to learn how to ice cakes. So now they both kind of do that, and I pretty much just like help out where I can. My first 2 days, so Tuesday and Wednesday, were like the 2 days before Thanksgiving, and one day I did like petit fours and iced sugar cookies, and then the Wednesday, like, all I did was petit fours. Like, I think I did over like 500, and just because they were having like the cake decorators decorate those and with like Christmas designs, and then they put them out like Friday morning. We were closed for Thanksgiving Day, so we get like 6 paid holidays. So it's Labor Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Memorial Day, and 4th of July. So we get all those days off and we get paid for them, as long as we don't like take off the day before or the day after. So I got paid for Thanksgiving, and I just started like that week, so that was really cool, because at like my last job it was like you had to be there for like 3 months and then you could get paid for holidays. And of course I started in like October, so I didn't get paid for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, like none of it. So that kind of sucked. But this is really cool because I got paid like right away for that. And then I worked Friday, Saturday, and I was like doing like store cakes, like building them. Friday and like doing other cakes. And then Saturday we did like eclairs. Like in New York they like dip theirs in like chocolate ganache on top, but I guess at this bakery they like have the tops in like fudge, so we had to like put it on like with our hand. So you kind of just like take your thumb and like spread it over the top. And then we did brownies, and that was really cool because I actually got to do some decorating. So we iced the brownies, and then we put like these like red and green like Christmas sprinkles, and then we did like a design where basically it was like red white chocolate, and we piped it on like a cross, and then put a little like green white chocolate like bow in the center, so it basically looked like a Christmas present like wrapped. So that was fun. But yeah, it's just crazy. I can't believe I'm like finally at this point where like I have the job I've like always wanted. So right now they have at least 4 decorators, so I don't know like how soon I'll be able to decorate, but the one girl who's been there for like about a year, she said she started last November, and she said she honestly like has done some decorating here and there. She pretty much just like does a little bit of everything, so I hope I can get to that point. But I'm just really happy that I'm in my field and that I'm able to work there, because like I said, since I moved here, everyone was telling me like work for ONH, like they're a really good company, like you would love it, you'd be like in your field. And I've like been trying, so to finally be at this point, it's just really cool. And I don't know, I'm just really happy, and I wanted to like let you guys know what's going on in my life. So that's pretty much it. So we have the schedule for the next month. It's literally insane. Like I was looking at my hours, and they said like Thanksgiving and like Christmas is like the craziest time of the year, and then like other than that it's like pretty chill. They said like around Easter time it gets like busy again, and like Mother's Day and like Father's Day, like I don't know, like holidays and stuff. But they definitely said like Thanksgiving and Christmas is like the craziest time of the year. So I kind of feel fortunate that like I'm starting now just so I can like see how it is. And then after this month it'll be like normal. I think they're still busy, but like, you know, I'll be working like my normal 5 to like 1:30 hours, whereas like already for this week I'm working 5 to 2:30 every day, Tuesday to Saturday. And then I don't even remember for like the other weeks, but I know the week of Christmas it's insane, like my schedule. Like there were like at least 2 days that I saw that I'm working like 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, you know, some nice like 12-hour shifts, and that's like 2 days in a row. So that's gonna be crazy. But also in that same week, like the day before that, I think I'm working like 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I guess you probably like can't go over like a certain number of hours, because they're like, you know, you will have like mandatory overtime, and like you'll get like time and a half and all that, but like there is mandatory overtime. But there are probably like a certain number of hours that they can't go over. So I'm guessing that's why it's like that. And then on Christmas Eve, it just says I start at like 4 a.m. and there's not even like an end time, because it's probably just like whenever you're here until like you're here until. So I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be crazy, but like I said, I'm kind of glad I'm like starting now just so I can like experience it all. And then not have to deal with it again until next year. And I don't know. It's like I'm still kind of learning, so it's like I'm always like working with someone. I don't know how it's gonna be now, like this week going into my second week. Like, I don't know, I feel like I know everything that's like expected of me and like my like title, but you know, I'm kind of like nervous to like work alone because I haven't done it yet. But I mean, I have, like, they showed me how to do petit fours and then they kind of just like let me do them, and then like the same with like the cake building. So I guess as long as they give me like a list, which apparently they do, and I know if I have questions I can just like ask somebody. Like, everyone there is like super friendly so far. And yeah, the only thing is my feet and back, like halfway through my shift, they just like hurt so bad. And like by the time I leave, I'm like, oh my god. And of course, like, I'm exhausted because I'm waking up at like 4 a.m., which with my last job I was getting up at like 7. So it's a good 3 hours earlier, but I am going to bed at like 8 o'clock at night. So I am still getting like the 8 hours of sleep that I need, because I need like at least 8 hours of sleep to like be able to function. And like, I don't know, the drive there in the morning, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted. And I just want to like go back to bed, especially because it's like pitch black out. But by the time I get there and like I clock in and I have to walk like all the way through the like production like room to like get to like my department. But by the time I get back there, it's like, you know, some people have been there since like midnight. Like, one of the like leads in my department, she starts at like 12 or 1 a.m. So she's like been awake for like 4 or 5 hours at that point. Or rather been there for 4 or 5 hours, probably been awake for like 5 or 6. And I don't know, it just feels like very lively. Like, there's always like music playing, and it's like good music. Like, they've been playing like a lot of 90s alternative, so like I'm into it because that's like my favorite. And I don't know, so once I get there I feel pretty awake, and then we do get a 10-minute paid break and a 30-minute unpaid like lunch. And I learned that if you take your 30-minute lunch, you're like expected to stay till the end of your shift, which is 1:30. But if you don't, well, for me it's 1:30, but if you don't take it, you can leave like at 1, as long as all your work's done. So Friday I took my 30-minute break and I had to stay till 1:30, and like the 2 other girls I was working with didn't take a 30, so they both left at 1. So I was like, okay, so like for Saturday, like the next day, I was like, I'm just gonna take like a 10-minute break so I can leave at 1. And then I didn't end up leaving till like 1:30 anyways, because we were just really busy. So I was like, I don't know, because obviously I like haven't been eating breakfast, and then like I packed lunch, but then I like wasn't eating it, especially like the first 2 days. The first day I was there until 1:30 because I did take a break, but we were like really busy because it was 2 days before Thanksgiving. And then the second day I was only there until like 11:30. I think I got out, so like I didn't take like a lunch or like my 10-minute break. I just like worked because it was only like 6.5 hours. But this week, since I'm going to be there until 2:30, I'm taking a 30 every day because that's like 9 hours, and I need to eat at some point, especially because like I have not been eating breakfast. It's just been rough. I gotta like get into a rhythm, but I think now that like my first week's over and like, you know, I'm kind of like getting the hang of things, so I'm definitely gonna like pack a lunch. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update, so it's super exciting. I want to do like more of these updates with like what's going on in like my work life. just because I like watching videos about that, so I hope you guys do too, and learning a little more about me. I do want to start doing some more story times, especially since adventure videos are kind of probably not going to be as often since we are heading into winter, and I don't like to go outside in the winter because I am not a fan of cold weather. So be on the lookout for more story times. Be sure to subscribe so you guys can watch them. Hit the notification bell so you can see whenever I upload, because I will be uploading on Sundays. I know today's a Monday, but it's just been a really hectic week. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.